Is nasty to me? Michelle Obama.
It was supposed to be a calm morning interview, until one unexpected remark froze the studio in absolute silence. If you want to see how that single moment spiraled into something no one saw coming, watch this story till the end. No one on the Good Morning America Live set expected anything unusual that Thursday. The crew moved casually, the hosts rehearsed light questions, and producers whispered into headsets about coffee breaks and camera angles. It was just another morning broadcast. Bright lights, warm smiles, predictable talking points. Former President Donald Trump was the guest of the hour. He was invited for a discussion about economic trends, community growth, and national leadership transitions. Everything was scripted to be simple and friendly. But nothing about what followed was simple or friendly. Trump sat confidently on the studio couch, adjusting his tie as the cameras went live. The interview began smoothly. Jobs, markets, public events, nothing controversial. The hosts seemed relieved. The crew relaxed. Then came the question. A harmless, casual, softball question. "So, Mr. President," the host asked, "many Americans still admire Michelle Obama for her community work. How do you view her ongoing influence in public life?" The host expected a polite, diplomatic response. Something safe. Something neutral. Instead, Trump gave a small smirk. "Well," he said, brushing imaginary dust from his sleeve, "Michelle, she wasn't exactly always nice to me." The entire studio stiffened. He wasn't loud. He wasn't angry. But the tone, slightly sharp, slightly personal, cut through the air like a sudden sting. Even Trump seemed to realize the moment had gotten heavier than he intended. He attempted a casual laugh. But the laugh didn't land. It fell flat, like a dropped glass. Behind the cameras, a producer whispered, "Oh no." The clip, though only a few seconds long, was captured from 3 angles. And once the broadcast ended, the internet did the rest. Within minutes, the moment exploded across social media. People rewatched it again and again, not because it was scandalous, but because it felt strange, personal. Michelle Obama wasn't just a former First Lady to many Americans. She was a symbol of grace, steadiness, and upliftment. Footage of her past speeches resurfaced. "I want girls to know that their perspective matters, that their voice matters, that they are powerful." People remembered those words. They remembered her calm leadership, her steady tone, her dedication to the youth. So when Trump's offhand remark surfaced, even those who usually ignored political drama paused. In Los Angeles, a college student whispered, "What was the point of saying that?" In Chicago, a retired teacher shook her head. In Brooklyn, a mother playing a clip on her phone said, "That felt unnecessary." The moment grew legs, long, fast ones, and walked directly into national conversation. Trump's advisors noticed the backlash before he did. Phones buzzed. Staff exchanged worried glances. Drafts of possible statements piled up on screens. The communications director muttered, "This is getting bigger than it should." Reporters demanded comments. News anchors ran instant segments. Analysts debated tone, respect, leadership, and civility. Trump, however, brushed off the concern at first. "People exaggerate," he said. "It'll pass." But his team sensed the opposite. It wasn't passing. It was growing. Former President Barack Obama was in Chicago preparing for a community leadership forum. His focus was entirely different: mentorship programs, youth engagement, community support. He had not checked the morning news. His team approached him gently. "Sir, you should see this." They handed him a tablet. He watched the clip quietly, expression unreadable. No irritation. No surprise. Just calm. He set the tablet down and said simply, "Michelle knows who she is." Then he walked toward the auditorium. By the time Obama stepped onto the stage, the hall was packed. Journalists squeezed into corners. Cameramen lined the aisles. The air felt charged, almost electric. Obama welcomed everyone with his usual warm ease. But even he could sense the tension. The first half of the event went as planned: community stories, youth projects, inspirational guidance. Then the inevitable question came. A reporter raised her hand. President Obama, would you like to respond to the remark made about Michelle this morning? The room collectively held its breath. Obama took a small pause, not dramatic, just thoughtful. Then he spoke with a calm that felt heavier than anger. Michelle has spent her life lifting people up. Anyone who knows her understands her strength, her compassion, and her commitment to helping others. A hush filled the hall. So when someone takes a shot at her character, he continued slowly. It usually says more about them than it does about her. No insult, no attack, just truth delivered with weight. A second reporter asked if he believed the comment was inappropriate. Obama replied, "Some people think attention matters more than respect. That's a dangerous direction for leadership. We should expect better. Not perfection, but kindness." The audience felt the meaning between the lines. A woman stood up, emotional. It hurt to hear someone talk about her like that. Obama nodded gently. "You're right to feel that way. Michelle doesn't need defending. She's strong." But moments like this remind us why tone matters, why respect matters, why leadership isn't just about power, but about care. His voice wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. Within minutes, Obama's response went viral. On TV screens across the country, anchors praised the composure. Radio hosts played his words repeatedly. Commentators noted how steady he remained. Regardless of political belief, many people agreed. He handled it with dignity. In Atlanta, a barber told his clients, "That's how you answer disrespect, calm but clear." In Seattle, roommates replayed the clip, surprised by the restraint. In Texas, even some people critical of Obama admitted he sounded grounded, thoughtful, and measured. And in Washington, the atmosphere was chaos. Trump's team scrambled to produce a strategy. Nothing fit. Every suggestion felt forced. Obama had not attacked. He had not blamed. He had simply risen above, making the original remark appear even smaller, even sharper, even more unnecessary in contrast. The White House eventually released a vague one-paragraph statement about staying focused on national priorities. It convinced no one. As night settled across the country, the conversation shifted. People weren't talking about the remark anymore. They were talking about what the moment revealed. The moral felt unmistakable. Calm cuts deeper than noise. Strength doesn't need volume. Leadership is not proven in easy moments, but in how you treat people when the world is watching. In homes, in offices, in classrooms, people replayed Obama's words. They remembered Michelle's steady presence over the years. They questioned why tone matters so much in public life. And quietly, across millions of conversations, one idea kept resurfacing. Respect still matters, and dignity still resonates.